Get all of your equipment and flannel materials together. Cut a square of flannel 6 inches square. You will need a total of 54 squares. Take 3 and layer them one on top of the other, all facing up. You won't need any pins. Now sew across through the center from one corner to the other. This is what it will look like. Now take 3 pieces and join them all together in a row. Remember to sew them wrong sides together because you actually want your seam allowance to be on the top. Sew one, match wrong sides, and then sew the other. Use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. When you have 3 sewn together, you'll have a row. Continue to sew all your squares together until you have 6 rows of 3. Then join the rows together. Start with 2, match them wrong sides and sew them together with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, then add the third. When you have all of your rows, you'll have 9 in a block. Sew all the way around the perimeter with a 1/2 inch seam allowance on the front and the back. Take your 2 pieces, place them wrong sides together. And now sew again around the perimeter with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, but only sew on 3 sides. We need to leave one side open to insert your pillow form. Once the cover is sewn, use your ragging shears and snip all the way around the outside, front and back. You'll want to make your snips around 3/8 of an inch apart. Do the same across the center on all of the seam allowances, front and back. Notice how I'm getting up close but not cutting through the seam that we sewn, otherwise our pillow cover is going to fall apart in the wash. Double check all of your seams once you've completed to make sure that everything has been snipped. Once all of your snipping is completed, already the cover is starting to feel nice and soft. Now to make our fluffing complete, we need to throw it in the washing machine with a couple of towels. Once your pillow cover is complete and dry, add in your pillow form and you can close the gap at the bottom with some pins. Use the stitching lines that you have on the form as a guide for where to pin. And then hand stitch the opening close with some very small stitches. Use a matching thread so your stitches can easily be seen. And then your pillow is completed. Very lovely and soft and snuggly-wuggly. Join me over at Sew So Easy for more sewing patterns and tutorials.